Right now, I am joined by Brian Glenn, White House correspondent for Real America's Voice. Brian, we have our first White House press briefing today with the new White House press secretary, Karoline Leavitt. Fill us in. What's the mood like there? What are the changes we can expect to see? I know the entire country, especially the political class, is going to be tuned in to this event today.
For sure. You know, I just stepped outside to do this hit with you, but I can tell you one thing: the crowd is growing inside that press room, as it has been all morning. It seems like there is an elevated buzz around this press conference. Obviously, this is the first time we've had a press conference, so we've seen Karoline Leavitt in this capacity in this official briefing room. And you know what? There's new media outlets out here that I've never seen before around the White House. So there is certainly a buzz in the air, Andrew, and I can expect this thing also to be filled with a ton of questions. As you would imagine, a lot of the media here, they want to kind of be able to scrutinize a lot what President Trump has done this first, 2 weeks of his administration. But I will say this, though, a little bit an addition that I've not seen in there before. They do have these two video screens on either side of where Leavitt will be standing. Perhaps they'll use that as kind of a slideshow, or maybe something to be able to play some video to back up some of the statements and kind of recap what has happened the last day 10 or whatever day we're on at this point. It's been going so fast, as we know. But that's kind of some additional changes that I've noticed inside. But as soon as we're done here, we're going to move inside and be ready in position for this press conference scheduled to start at 1 o'clock.
So, Brian, a lot has been made about the seating arrangement that we can expect, right? I mean, in years past, we've seen New York Times, what we like to call the regime media, the legacy media outlets seated right up front. There's been a lot of news made about who Karine Jean-Pierre would call on, who she would not. Do you have any insight yet about how the seating arrangement is going to be? Our outlets like Real America's Voice, Turning Point USA, we have our own White House correspondent as well in there. Do you have any insight on that yet?
I don't. I will say this. I think it is business as usual as far as seating goes for this particular press conference. Now, as we move forward, I don't know what that would look like. I could imagine after this first initial conference that the seating charts, the seating arrangement, the assignments will be scrambled up a little different, putting a little bit more of maybe your conservative-based media towards the front, or maybe I should say the ones that are fair and unbalanced, right, up in front. But to your point, I have not heard any changes for this one, but I can expect that is going to be revised moving forward, because this is very much a different administration. As we know, I mean, it seems like forever that the previous press secretary really protected Joe Biden from any type of official scrutiny of anything that he did. And of course, they will use this pulpit today, if you will, to absolutely unleash on President Trump a lot of things like immigration, Andrew. It's been highly criticized across most of the mainstream media. So I would expect a fair amount of questions on that subject today. But I do expect some other documentation. I mean, using these video screens, Andrew, is a great idea, because instead of turning to the book or the binder, I guess, that would have all these answers, why not just show a video? Why not show just a PowerPoint presentation, if you will, about what this last few days have been in terms of the accomplishments, the executive orders, some of the changes that have happened within our government, within our military, these Senate confirmation hearings, all the stuff can be displayed on these monitors, and I think it gives a great visual to this whole press conference.
I agree. I think we need to be more creative in government. I think this administration is proving how creative you can be and not being mired by the way things have been. So last question here, Brian. I know you got to get back there and prep for this this briefing. 30 seconds. Give me a sense of how the resistance media, as I like to call them, the tone, the vibe shift, all these things we're hearing, what are they feeling like these days?
Well, I think they sense there is some additional faces in this room that they have not seen before. I can probably give you a better answer after this press conference of how perhaps we were, maybe treated a little differently. I have been warned that you've got some people that are going to try to make it tough, but I have not experienced that as of yet, Andrew. But I will let you know.